so our peace is not disturbed. We start by recognizing any kind of change starting to occur. Sweating palms, heart rate increasing, breathing rhythm starting to change, hair starting to tingle, nerves in the spine getting agitated, jaw tightening, fist clenching. Every thought we think and every word we speak sends messages into the universe, creating energy which comes back to help us or to hurt us. So we have to ask ourselves, what are we sending out there? What are you sending out there right now? What have you sent out there today? We protect our peaceful state by being guardians over our thoughts. When a particular thought starts going astray, we are to pull it back or immediately replace it with a good and loving thought. When we analyze faulty behavior, we start by examining the A, B, C of the situation. Yeah, the A, B, C of the situation. A stands for antecedent. What came before it? Where the problem originated. B stands for the actual behavior, what we actually witnessed. And C stands for consequences. What happened as a result of the behavior. See, emotions originate from exposure to specific situations. The nature and the intensity of the emotion are usually related to cognitive activity in the form of the perception of the situation. That thought process or perception results in the experience and or the expression of a related feeling. You see, umbrella is emotion is an umbrella term, which includes the situation, the interpretation and perception of the situation, and the responses or feeling related to the perception of the situation. You see, feelings are more conscious and are the response part of the emotion. Feelings are a learned response in the culture in which we grew up. You see, emotions are the responses to the world around us, and they are created by the combination of our thoughts, feelings, and actions. We create our own emotion. Did you know that? We create our own emotions. Our responses are shaped by the thoughts, by what we tell ourselves. Emotions are the whole experience. It is what comes before the feeling. Here are some examples. The feeling is depression. The emotion is sadness or anger. The feeling is anger and rage. The emotion is fear of abandonment and loneliness. Emotional intelligence, EQ, okay? What does EQ mean? Integrate emotions and awareness. Align feelings and reason. Direct actions with vision to solve problems. Resolve conflicts. Creatively enhance inter and intrapersonal relationships. This is emotional intelligence, okay? It is the combination of knowing yourself, choosing for yourself, and giving of yourself. All that is EQ. Now we're talking about the emotional effects on the body. The emotional effects on the body. It is important to know how our body is affected when various emotions are experienced. Rage, for example, affects the heart and circulation as the face reddens or becomes purple or discolored, with the veins on the forehead and neck becoming distended. Joy, when intense, leads to various purposeless movements like dancing, clapping, and loud laughter. Yay! Fear and distress activate the limbic system at the base of our brains. This shuts off the cerebral cortex, where its creativity and problem solving live. Okay? Now we're talking about diaphragmatic breathing. Diaphragmatic breathing, all right? This is the first step in learning relaxation techniques that really slow down the heart and clears the mind so thinking and planning can take place. In order to receive the full effect of this relaxing process, you need to learn how to breathe. Use your diaphragm to fully expand your muscles, both your abdominal muscles and your latissimus muscles, okay? Located on your back, connecting your shoulders to your waistline. We call it the wing muscles, Okay? This is what athletes use to maximize their stamina and lung capacity. There are so many benefits to correct breathing, so many. When you practice breathing like this, you are putting more oxygen to your system, which helps you in thinking more clearly, relaxing and letting go of stress. Is that wonderful? Relaxing your heart and also lowering your blood pressure. Now, a lot of y'all need to have that. Okay? Once you master this technique, please show your children how to breathe in this manner. This is part of the quality quiet time that I talk about in the book. It does wonders for bonding, calming, and assisting the mind to think clearly and problem solve more effectively. Okay? Now I'll talk about the limbic part of the brain. Okay? When we are stressed and negativity becomes the dominant factor in how you're going to think and act, we are using the limbic part or the primitive part of the brain. Okay? Neocortex. When we can breathe deeply, the relaxing that follows brings our thinking to the neocortex part of the brain, where rational thought takes place. Okay? All right? Another technique for relaxing is called progressive muscle relaxation. Again, progressive muscle relaxation. All right. This originated from the work of Dr. Edmund Jacobson, who published the book Progressive Relaxation in 1938. It is through this process that we can become acutely aware of our various muscles, how they feel when they are in a peaceful, relaxed mode, and how they feel when they are in a stress mode. Okay? The next thing to talk about is building emotional literacy. Building emotional literacy. It is important to help your child with their feeling vocabulary. Start introducing different feeling labels as soon as possible. When kids can clearly identify their feelings, they will feel better about themselves, and you will know what is going on with them, what is really going on within them. All right? Next thing is recognizing patterns. All right? When we replace the negative patterns consistently, we form new habits. When we form new habits, we actually start establishing new neural pathways in the brain. Oh yes, very important to understand. Okay, next thing I want to talk about is consequential thinking. Now again, I'm summarizing these various aspects of the book. All right? Reviewing them real quickly so you can get a grasp of what's in there. Every thought we think is creating our world. So we have to be conscious of the building blocks we are creating. One thought leads to another, and so on. We have to choose optimism. Optimism. Children are born optimistic, all right? Despite what some others might think or feel about that, all right? They tend to stay that way up until about the age of 6 or 7. At that time, life's difficulties impinge enough that the door is open for hopelessness. We have to create empathy. Empathy is the ability to feel with, again, to feel with, to recognize and respond to other people's emotions. It is connected to optimism because it is through a sense of our connection to others that we see our own effectiveness and importance. Okay? Now, emotional balancing. We need to first describe what our babies need from us, so we will know what to give them. That makes sense, right? You cannot have an on-the-job training mentality when it comes to raising children. A lot of parents have that. You have to have a conscious mindset that is trained to be a healthy, balanced, child-centered mindset before you have your little ones. We need to think seriously about the responsibilities necessary in parenting before you start to have a new family. That only makes sense, right? The child needs to have a certain consistent energy flow and attention from the mother, and a certain consistent energy flow from the father. This all starts in the womb as the baby is developing. There have been studies and studies which show that babies which show some level of apathy and general non-interest, experience some distress in the womb emotionally. That's true. Children need to have the different energy levels of male and female in their lives. Yeah, that's another real good point. When the healthy yin and yang, positive and negative, cool and hot qualities are present in the household, the child will have a more balanced view of life. Everything in life is built on the pairing system. You know, the pairing system. It takes both the man and the woman to bring life into the world. So it only makes sense that it also takes two to mold, raise, and appropriately model healthy kids into healthy contributing adults. Our young ones need so much from us. So much from us. They have so much greatness, creativity, love, and ideas. They do. But they don't have the developed skills yet to bring out what is locked up within. Some of the tantrums, outline behavior, and other emotional outbursts originate from a frustrated self not knowing how to appropriately say certain things or how to act in true accordance with the inner child. And they have an inner child also. The inner child is pushing them to recognize their feelings, and the conscious child doesn't know how to respond appropriately. All they know is that something inside is tugging at me, pushing me to do something, and I don't know what it wants. So that frustrates me, and I'm going to act out because that's all I know to do. We have the model for our children: appropriate parenting skills, roles, and consistent patterns of special time with each child. Each child is an individual, comes here with their own special soul, which has its own needs unlike anyone else. Okay? All right, that concludes my video presentation. I hope and pray that all you parents understood what I was demonstrating here today and are prioritizing an emotionally balanced parenting style. I am Nazim Rashid, author of Reconnected, a Parent's Manual. You can go to my website, www.cloudsofabundance.com, and order the book right now. Go to the products page, then click the Buy Now button. My weekly talk show, my weekly Saturday morning talk show, based on my book, The Reconnected Show, is found at www.blogtalkradio.com/reconnected. And thank you very much.